Hi, my name is Erica Susain Aicardo from Group 6, and I am the reporter for Central America. And I'm starting my reporting in Belize country. Belize, previously known as British Honduras, lies in the east coast of Central America, in the heart of Caribbean Basin, bordering on Mexico to the north, Guatemala to the west and south, and flanked by the Caribbean Sea to the east. Belize flag. The 50 olive leaves that border around the perimeter of the coat of arms symbolize the year of 1950 when Belize, then British Honduras, began its quest for independence. The mahogany tree represents the country's economic foundation, and the two men on either side of the tree represent the logwood workers. And the capital of Belize is Belmopan. The tagline is Sub Umbra Florio, in English, Under the Shade I Flourish. Is a represent to the area's forest and its establishment as a colony under British protection. The red, white, and blue Belize in flag is a symbol of the unity. For religion, Roman Catholic, and for major language is English. Belize currency is Belize dollar, and the carrier is Copa Airlines. And the Belize International Airline is Philip S. W. Goldson International Airport. For tourist spots, they have Tobacco Cay and Ambergris Cay. For food, they have rice and beans, fried jacks, and panades. For rice and beans, this is probably Belize national dish, as without a doubt, it is the most abundant meal in the country. And the culture of Belize is a mix of influence and people from Creole, Maya, East Indian, Garinagu, also known as Garifuna, Mestizo, a mixture of Spanish and Native Americans, Mennonites, who are of German descent, with many other cultures from Chinese to Lebanese. And for festival, they have Chocolate Festival, held in May, and Costa Maya Festival, held in August. For Chocolate Festival, once you've had your fill to cashew, head along to the Toledo Chocolate Festival in Punta Gorda. This annual event highlights that globally beloved Belizean specialty chocolate bars, truffles, hot cocoa, and even chocolate. Infused beer are available for tasting, and visitors can tour chocolate farms, learn about the chocolate making process, and stock up on chocolate-themed souvenirs. Kid-friendly activities and a grand finale of fireworks and live music round up the events. For Costa Maya Festival, held in August, held on the stunning Ambergris Cay, the Costa Maya Festival is Belize's largest Mayan gathering. Mayans from Belize, Guatemala, Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, and Costa Rica came together to perform traditional ceremonies, dance, sing, and of course eat. On Noche International, the main stage is taken over by a regional Latino music or dance act, but perhaps the biggest event on the calendar is the beauty pageant, where entrants compete for the title of La Reina de la Costa Maya. In map, Belize located on the Caribbean coast of Central America, just southwest of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Costa Rica's flag. The dark blue represent the sky, idealism, opportunities, and perseverance. The white stripes represent peace, wisdom, and happiness. The red stands for the blood spilled by martyrs defending the country, as well as the warmth and generosity of the Costa Ricans. Costa Rican's capital is San Jose. The tagline is Pura Vida, or Pure Life. It's Costa Rica's unofficial national slogan, and you hear it everywhere. The meaning of Pura Vida, or Pure Life, comes to symbolize the simple, cheerful outlook and lifestyle of what is often called the happiest country in the world. The Costa Rica religion, Costa Rica major language is Spanish, and indigenous language like Bribri, Cabicar, Maleku, and Guaymi. The currency of Costa Rica is Costa Rican colon. The carrier is Aviano, Costa Rica. And international airport is Juan Santa International Airport. For tourist spot, they have Arsenal Volcano and Manuel Antonio National Park. Arsenal Volcano is the youngest of all the volcanoes in Costa Rica. Scientists have been able to date its activity back more than 7,000 years. The area remained largely unexplored until 1937, when a documented expedition took place to reach the summit. It was erupted from 1968 until 2010. Manuel Antonio National Park. Manuel Antonio is often considered one of the most biodiverse parks in the world, with a population of 109 types of mammals and 184 types of birds, among other species. For food, they have correadas, casado, and gallo pinto. Correadas is a traditional Costa Rican dish that consists of savory corn pancakes made with fresh corn kernels, milks, eggs, and flour, and sugar. The batter is typically cooked on a grilled or skillet until it becomes golden brown and crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. For Costa Rica culture, vibrant blend of indigenous heritage and Spanish colonial influence, with a dash of Jamaican, Chinese, and other immigrant cultures, lending character and customs. The result is a national of laid-back, friendly, and happy people. For festival, they have Las Fiestas Palmares and Juan Santa Maria Day. Las Fiestas Palmares is Costa Rica's largest and most anticipated festival. Every year, the party starts on the second Thursday of the year and lasts for second week, until the third Sunday of January. Events include concert, comedy, shows, fireworks, sports, calf scramble with adult bulls, and a traditional horse parade, better known as the Touk. Outdoor tents are set up with foods and beverage stations, and more beer than you can imagine on the second in Oktoberfest. Over 1 million people are expected to attend. Costa Rica is a small country in Central America. It is bordered by Nicaragua to the north and Panama to the south. El Salvador. El Salvador flag. The flag of El Salvador features a horizontal triband of cobalt blue with the coat of arms centered and entirely contained within the certain white stripe. The design of triband of blue, white, blue is commonly used among the Central American countries. The El Salvador capital is San Salvador, and the religion is Christianity and Catholic, and their major language is Spanish. The currency is colon. The carrier is Avianca El Salvador. And for international airport, San Salvador Monsignor Oscar Arnulfo Romero International Airport. For tourist spot, they have El Rosario Church and monument to the Divine Savior of the world. El Rosario Church, the space to build the El Rosario Church is very narrow, so the architect Rubian Martinez had to leave the conventional parameters and make a unique and modern Catholic temple. For food, they have pupusa, enchilada, and empanadas. For pupusa, the national dish in El Salvador is pupusa, a thick tortilla stuffed with meat and cheese and grilled over high heat with very little fat. The filling is what makes it so special. Pupusa ground corn with any combination of cheese, beans, loroco, squash, and garlic. For enchiladas, fried corn tortillas with fried beans, curtido, hard-boiled eggs, and shredded cheese and radish. For empanadas, plantain-based dough with condensed milk or beans on the inside and fried. And the Salvadorian culture is influenced by Native American culture, Lencan people, Kakaopera people, Maya people, and Pipil people, as well as Latin American culture, Latin America, Hispanic America, and Ibero-America. For festival, they have Balls of Fire Festival and Independence Festival. Ball of Fire Festival. This festival honors a significant volcanic eruption in 1658 that forced residents to abandon the small town, which is located about 30 kilometers north of San Salvador. While clearing out, the residents saw giant balls of fire hurtling out of the volcano. One of the major traditions of Nehapa in Islas Bolas de Fuego, or Balls of Fire, celebrate August 21. The celebration has two origins, was historical and the other is religious. If Costa Rica is a small country in Central America, then El Salvador is the smallest country in the Central America. This mountainous country is bordered by the Pacific Ocean, Guatemala, and Honduras. Guatemala flag. The flag has a white vertical band between two blue vertical bands, signifying the geographical position of Guatemala between two seas, the Pacific and the Atlantic, and the blue sky above. The white band stands for peace and purity. The capital is Guatemala City. The religion is Roman Catholic and the major language is Spanish. The currency, Guatemalan quetzal, and carrier Transportes Aéreos Guatemaltecos. For international airport, La Aurora International Airport. For tourist spot, Tikal and Choco Museo La Antigua. For Tikal City and ceremonial center of the ancient Maya civilization. The largest urban center is the southern Maya lowlands. It's 19 miles north of Lake Petén Itzá in what is now the northern part of the region of Petén. Guatemala is a tropical rainforest. For food, they have pipián, chile rellenos or stuffed pepper, and churrasco guatemalteco or Guatemalan steak plate. For pepián, one of the oldest recipes in Guatemalan cuisine. Pepián is considered the country's national dish. Thick and exotic like a curry, pepián is a coming together of vegetables and cultures, influenced by Spanish and local palates. It's part chew, part curry, and it's served with rice and corn tortillas. Chile rellenos, or stuffed pepper, are a traditional Mexican dish made from roasted poblano peppers stuffed with cheese, then coated in a fluffy egg batter and fried until golden brown. For the culture, Guatemalan culture is rich and distinct, characterized by a fusion of Spanish and indigenous influence. Guatemalans value honesty, family, honor, work, and education. Most Guatemalans are gracious and eager to find humor in most situations. In Guatemalan cultures, visiting friends and relatives is important. For festival, they have Semana Santa, held in April, and Dance of Giant, held in June. Semana Santa, held in April, is the most famous celebration in all of Guatemala is Semana Santa, the week-long observance of Christian Holy Week. The festivities in Antigua are Agua Ball, the most impressive in Latin American, brightly colored carpet of sawdust and flower petals, alfombras, paved the city streets and church floors. Dance of Giants, held in June. The Dance of Giants in Antigua is one of the Guatemalan festivals celebrated during the month of June. It consists of a folk dance performed by giants and figures with oversized heads who take over the cathedral square in Antigua, Guatemala. According to tradition, the dance is announced to the inhabitants on the day of Corpus Christi. Guatemala shares border with 4 countries. This is Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, and Belize, and has 2 coastlines, one on the Caribbean Sea and one on the Pacific Ocean. The geography of Guatemala is very much characterized by mountains and forests. Nicaragua. The Nicaragua flag. The flag is very similar to that of the United Province of Central America. The 5 volcanoes represent the original 5 member states, the Cup of Liberty represent national freedom, and the rays of the sun and the rainbow are symbolic of the bright future to come. The Nicaragua capital is Managua. Religion is Roman Catholic, and major language is Spanish. The Nicaragua currency is Nicaraguan Cordoba, and carrier is La Costeña. For international airport, Augusto Cesar Sandino International Airport. For tourist spots, they have Granada and Leon. Granada is Nicaragua's most famous destination, mostly for the beauty of its spacious and brightly painted Andalusian-style Spanish colonial home. The historic centre is full of large square homes with large interior gardens protected by thick adobe walls. Located on the western shore of Lakes Nicaragua, the city was sacked numerous times by pirates during Spanish rule, as Granada was effectively the westernmost Caribbean port thanks to boat traffic across the lake and the San Juan River, making it a key commercial center. Second is Leon. Leon is the artistic and intellectual heart of Nicaragua, the colonial capital for 3 centuries and the former home of its greatest poets, including the undisputed national hero, Ruben Dario. Nicaragua's second largest city is normally full to the brim with students from around the country that comes to study in its fine secondary school and universities. A UNESCO World Heritage Building, the Cathedral of Leon is Central America's largest temple. And despite sweltering year-around heat, and the city enjoys an advantageous position set between the ruggedly and majestic Maribius volcanoes to the east and the crushing surf of the warm Pacific Ocean. For food, they have carne asada, arroz aguado, and gallo pinto. Carne asada. The term carne asada in Spanish translates to roasted or grilled meat in English. That's why it's important to recognize that in Mexico, carne asada refers to how the beef is cooked rather than a specific recipe. Think of it is like how Americans refers to chicken cooked on the grill or as grilled or barbecue chicken. Arroz aguado. Arroz aguado is a variation of the traditional Nicaraguan chicken soup, which is laden with an assortment of seasonal vegetables and bone-in chicken pieces. Gallo pinto. Gallo pinto means spotted rooster in Spanish. The name is said to originate in the multicolor or speckled appearance that result from cooking the rice with black or red beans. Nicaraguan culture. Culture of Nicaragua is a fusion of Mesoamerica and Chibcha influence. The western part was colonized by the Spanish and its culture is similar to western El Salvador in that western Nicaragua was dominated by Nahua people, especially the Nicarao, a branch of the Pipil people. For festival, they have La Purísima, held in December 7 and Holi. La Purísima is a uniquely Nicaragua festival held on September 7, celebrating the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary. Holi. Holi is a Hindu festival that celebrates spring, love, and new life. Some families hold religious ceremonies, but for many, Holi is more a time for fun. It's a colored pool festival with dancing, singing, and throwing of powder, paint, and colored water. Holi is also known as the Festival of Colors. The real date of Holi, as per the Hindu lunar calendar, the date of Holi changes every year. Nicaragua is the largest country in Central America and is slightly bigger in area than New York State. The country is bordered by Honduras to the north and Costa Rica to the south. The Pacific Ocean provides the border to the west, and the eastern border of the country is on the Caribbean Sea. Panama. Panama flag. The red to represent the Liberal Party. The white was intended to stand for peace and purity. The blue star stands for the purity and honesty of the life of the country. The red star represents the authority and law in the country, and together the star stands for the new republic. The Panama capital is Panama City. The tagline is Pro Mundi Beneficio, in English, for the benefits of the world. Panama religion is Roman Catholic and Christianity. Major language is Spanish, and Panama currency is Panama Balboa. The carrier is Air Panama, and international airport is Tocumen International Airport. For tourist spot, they have Museo, and San Blas. Biomuseo is a museum focused on the natural history of Panama, whose isthmus was formed very recently in geological time, with major impact on the ecology of the Western Hemisphere. Located on the Amador Causeway in Panama City, Panama, it was designed by renowned architect Frank Gehry. This is Gehry's first design for Latin America. The design was conceived in 1999 and the museum opened on October 2, 2014. Next is San Blas. The San Blas is and its surrounding area in a heaven for ecotourism because of its pristine environs. The area is also popular for sailing and it's also known for its beauty and lack of hurricane. Food: Panamanian Sanocho, Panamanian Yuca Cakes, and Panamanian Lobster. For Panamanian Yuca Cakes or Caremanolas Yuca Cakes are delicious Panamanian food. Panamanians usually have them for breakfast or lunch. These yuca cakes are savory, fried on the outside and soaked on the inside. For Panamanian Lobster, Panamanian Lobster Langosta Panamena. Panama is one of the few countries with access to the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, providing the country with plenty of fresh seafoods. Panamanians like to fish in the San Blas Islands for squid, octopus, and lobster. For Panamanian cultures, Panama's cultures is a blend of African, American, Indian, North American, and Spanish influence which are expressed in its traditional art and crafts, music, religion, sports, and cuisine. Panamanian music is popular throughout Latin America, and the country is known as well for its many festivals. They have Carnival and Fiesta Patrias. The Carnival. Carnival is a popular cultural celebration that takes place in many countries around the world, and Panama is no exception. The event takes place annually and is celebrated over the 4 days prior to Ash Wednesday, which falls in February or March. For most of Panama, it is a family holiday. For Fiesta Patrias, November is a special month in Panama known as the month of Fiesta Patrias and the national holiday of Panama. Many activities occur throughout the country in recognition of various momentous events that are part of its history. It's a time when the country celebrates its history and independence. Panama is a narrow land bridge or isthmus connecting North and South America. Panama is slightly smaller than South Carolina.
That is all for North and Central America. Thank you for listening.